I dig it, man. Preparation. I know you've been hearing a lot of these tribute songs that was being released after that. Do you happen to have a favorite?
I like Joe Blow's. Joe Blow had a good tribute song. You know what I mean? He talked about a lot of stuff that was going on, and check up his career, and everything. Like Joe Blow had a good song. You know what I mean? And that probably was one of the only ones I really heard. Well, no, I heard who else did one? There was another one I heard, but Joe Blow was my favorite one. That's one I heard. That really stuck out to me. I was like, yeah, it's actually a good song. You can tell he even stepped it up over the years. He got dope by being around Jack. His bars and everything got dope. So that was my favorite one so far that I heard.
Yeah, shout out Joe Blow. He's definitely one of the dopest, man. He's definitely dope.
Yeah.
Right now, man, when we started this off, you mentioned shit, you got well over 40, 50 titles on iTunes.
Yeah.
You got, but you out of all the titles you got right now, what's your favorite? What's your favorite Lee Majors release?
Definitely the Go Boss were my top three. Especially Go Boss 2, because we worked so hard on that one, and we handpicked a lot of stuff, and we just everything we did came out of our pockets. We paid for the mixing and mastering, to the cover, to the pressing. Me and Jack would have on everything. It wasn't like one of them projects where oh, I'm paying Jack to do a project with me. No, it was like a project that we sat down and, did together. Every project that we did was we had handpicked each beat. Okay, we're going to redo this one. We actually we have on everything, bro. Everything, like I said, mixing, mastering, cover, the pressing, everything. So that was one of my favorites. Another one was the one I had did with Mess. It wasn't really a Mess album. It was like a kind of like a Mess present. It was called Paperback Money, and it had all my big songs on it. I was recording. I didn't really get a chance to push it how I really wanted to, because if you're an underground artist, you're doing everything yourself. You know what I mean? And, I got kids, family, so I really can't put everything into it like I want to. But I had all my big people songs to deal with E40 and from everybody to Sebo and Daz and Keak, Jack, AP, Fatty, Burner, everybody on there. So that was one of my favorite ones. And then also doing the Regine album, because having to work with artists like Yuck, he's a real true lyricist, real. He's been my favorite rappers before I even had met Yuck. You know what I mean? Yuck and Al Pacino. You know what I mean? Them dudes they real dope. You know what I mean? Prince too, Boss, everybody Regine. You know what I mean? So it was just a blessing to just, work with, artists like that and, and put out projects, you know what I mean? So, it was my top three, probably the Go Bots and the Regine and the Paperback Money album I did,
Okay. I got another question from one of the Figaz members, man. You just released the Cookie Crumbs on my 501s mixtape.
Yeah. That was like a street album. I took all my weed songs and put them out. It was like a free album. I kind of did, because I did that one, and I put out another album called Easy Money, because I'm working with this label, this entertainment company called Straight Lace. They out of Arizona. Shout out to Straight Lace and Leo. They've been working a lot with me. I never really had a CEO. Always did everything myself. I some artists that come out, they used to being up under people. You know what I mean? So they never they don't know how to further their career. They don't know the next step to take. You know what I mean? 'Cause they always had people putting out their music. But me, I always did everything myself. So I never really had a manager or nobody actually, willing to, invest me, always do everything myself. So, I mean, right now I'm working with this company called Straight Lace out of Arizona. They actually got a store out in Arizona where they sell like all the gear from, CBC to Urban Stash Spot to everything, Kush Life. They sell Jordans, everything. So I had a show with Yuck. I wouldn't even have met Leo if it wasn't for Yuck, because we had went out to Arizona and we had did a show. And that's why me and Dru just kind of like clicked, you know what I mean? So after that, you know what I mean, we had put out, I put out an album called Easy Money. It was the EP. That's actually like I forgot about, that's like one of my favorite ones we wanted to do. I just put it out, so it's like all new material, but it's like an EP. It's like 8, but every song was like dope. And, I dropped another album called Max Julian. I didn't really push these albums like I wanted to because of the past and the Jacka. I just threw them out because I want to put something out and let everybody know I was still active. So you know what I mean? Like you said, the Cookie Crumbs and my 501s and Easy Money and Max Julian. Them is like the 3 albums I put out this year so far, but I still got other projects I'm working on. Like we got the Blood Cousins with me, Dru Down, and Ramin that we been working on for a while that we haven't, to put out. We gotta just go back and like touch up some stuff, and you know what I mean, and like to really like put the song together how we really want to. So I got a lot of material that I'm working on right now. I've been just taking a break, you know what I mean, from doing music and just kind of like focusing, trying to get my mind right, you know what I mean, make sure I do everything, accordingly. And, right. So, I mean, but yeah, right now I'm working with Straight Lace. So, shout out to them, shout out to Leo and them. They be like, really going hard with me, you know what I mean? Like, he believed in me. So, you know what I mean? I want to make sure I give them a shout out, let everybody know about them too.
That's dope, man. It's understandable. Talk about you got to get your mind right. It's very understandable. Salute you first and foremost, man. Again, salute to Straight Lace, because it's definitely a difference between artists who are dependent on people as opposed to an artist who does it himself. An artist who's been doing himself, they can work with other people, and then if all shit goes sour, they know how to keep moving. As opposed to an artist who's used to getting someone who's being handheld through the situation. If they fall out with them folks, they don't know what to do.
Exactly. You're right. You're true. I see a lot of artists go through that. That was on major labels or not even major labels. They don't know what to do now. They don't know how to. They don't know what steps to take. You know what I mean? They just do music.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned so you 420 friendly, correct?
Say it again?
You 420 friendly. You smoke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. I'm definitely on me a club, so that's what I've been doing. I thought me and Jack was really close, too. We both was, weed heads. To the fullest, we used to always go to the Green Door, shout out to them. And then Burner was working at the club, too. Oh, yeah. First, we used to always go there. I used to always go pick up Burner, might pick him up, drop him off, you know what I mean? Back when we were doing when they were doing like the drought season in Traffic Down, you know what I mean? Me and Burner was, real close, you know what I mean? We had, when he first started his career, he had dudes I really got respect for because he put a lot into his career, you know what I mean? He was like, he'll put his last into it just to make sure he get that extra push, you know what I mean? Look at him now, you know what I mean? He's doing real good, you know what I mean? So shout out to Burner. And the whole Cookie staff, you know what I mean? They always keep it pushing, you know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Burner. Definitely shout out to Burner, man. If anybody can show you coming from something to nothing in this rap shit, it's definitely Burner, man. He came from the bottom and at the top, and he enjoying the fruits of his labor. But my question was, if you 420 friendly, what's your favorite strain right now?
I always been a fan of the OG Kush, you know what I mean? I love OG. He got that taste and they got that, got that earthy. I call it that Ric Flair, that nature boy Ric Flair. It's just like natural, you know what I mean? I like cookies too and sherbet and you know, and Y and all them new strands they got around. But OG Kush is definitely my favorite. You know what I mean? OG is like, I like Bubba too, but OG is my favorite. All of them my favorite.
That's what's up, OG. A lot of people say that, man. A lot of people say that. Are you into the new shit, the dabs, what is that, yeah, dabs and you know, all this new shit you need with blow torches and things.
Not really. I haven't really got me a rig yet, but I mean, the whole thing about dabbing, I remember when they first started, it's just like when I first took a dab, I swear I was like choking for like 30 minutes. I was like, I can't do this. This is like too much. I already smoke a lot. I just can't, you know what I mean? It's like a smoke expanding the lungs, so it just grabs, you know. I mean, I like it though, 'cause it's like, it's all, you know, it's pure. I love the way it tastes, you know what I mean? It's just that when you dab it, you just take so much smoke in. It's just like, man, I mean, if they had a way to where we can do like little dabs to where like it's like so much. People got these rigs. People got these $20,000 dab rigs that, you know what I mean, that cost $100,000 and $50,000, you know, 'cause they glass. I'm like, man, you know, it's like I be going to a lot of like the hip cons and the, you know, I perform at like the hip cons and the high times and stuff like that. So when I go there, I meet a lot of cats that be into, you know, like it's really called like the 710 movement, you know, which is oil, if you know, like old school beeper terms, you know, the codes and stuff, 710. So that's going to be big in a minute, you know what I mean? The oils, the dabs, all that stuff, you know what I mean? So I met a lot of cats that have like rigs that they spend like, oh, that's a $40,000 pipe right there. I'll be like, damn, that's like a car. You know, you got like a, right now, you're smoking out of a Mercedes Benz right now. I'm paying on a house right now. It's like, yeah, man, it's crazy. People actually invest a lot of money into their smoking materials now, because since this dab thing is starting, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. I tripped out on that right now. I'm like, man, damn, it's a long way from papers and blunts. You know what I mean?
For real. I even stopped smoking blunts. I'm strictly like zigzag. I mean, I might hit a blunt every now and then, but I'm like strictly into like zigzags. And I got in with Jack too. He the one got me on zigzag, and I was still smoking blunts. He had converted a long time ago to zigzags, and I was like, man, I'm on these blunts. And after a while, I was like, man, I'm tired of these damn blunts. You know, I started, you know, topping the raw papers, and plus they last longer. You know, I buy a pack of raw, they last me, you know what I mean, for at least, you know, a good 4 or 5 days, you know what I mean, a week or so. Blunts, you know, I didn't invest so much money on swishers. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Man, you mentioned, you know, we just talked about the cookie crumbs of my 501s. Max Julian is available. All that's available online. Freaky Tales, you know, we just revamped our Cygnus Radio, our online radio station. We got a few podcasts, and we definitely got a 24-hour playlist going on all day for people who just want to tune in to music. I got that Freaky Tales on there.
Yeah. That's off that Max Julian. I gotta send you some stuff, man. Like I got the my bad to cut you off, the Pockets on Biggie. That's another one I put up. That's on the Easy Money album. You know, produced by Bobby Johnson. That's a big a dope track. You know, I wish I could have really pushed that how I really, you know what I really wanted to, but I didn't. We just threw it out. So I'm gonna definitely see stuff for the 6th grade. I did. I'll definitely get up that for sure. Yeah,
you for sure, man. Keep us in the loop, definitely. But I was about to say, yeah, that Freaky Tales, man. I like it. That's why I put it on in rotation. But what the motherfucker is actually one of the biggest songs on the playlist. You know what I'm saying? It's at a 5-star rating right now. You know what I mean? It's one of them songs that nobody if they log on to the station while they listening it's on, they gonna stick around. You know what I mean? So yeah, but that 5 stars right now.
I've been a Too Short fan. I had to do that. When I did, I was like, you know, everybody redo the Freaky Tale, but I like actually redid the whole 9 minutes You know, the original one was like 9-10 minutes. So I was like, man, let me do this out. Let me do this for show. You know, because I always Too Short, one of my favorite artists. I mean, from way back from the Born and Mac, from the 75 Girls there, I got all the albums. You know what I mean? So I've always been a Short fan, so I had to redo that. You know.
Definitely a slap, man. You mentioned you being an engineer. So what you rather do, man? You rather be lyrical, or you rather be messing with them buttons and making a nigga stand?
I mean, I kind of like being an artist more though. But I mean, I love engineering. I love mixing and mastering because I learned a lot of stuff over the years. I learned like how to make your voice, you know, sound different and you know, plug-ins and Pro Tools. You know, because back in the days there wasn't no Pro Tools brand, like you say, it was the reel-to-reels and 4-track.
4-track.
A-dash.
A-dash.
I had to go pick up 3 A-dash. You know, you get some A-dash when you come to the studio. You know, it was crazy back then. So now,
bulky, real bulky.
Everything is digital. You don't need nothing now. It's coming to you. I'm gonna email you the songs when we done. You know what I mean? It's crazy, and everything is all digital. And I come back from that era. You know, that the A-Dat, the 2-inch reel. You know what I mean? I actually did an album on 2-inch reel, and it's so crispy because you ain't gonna never get that sound again. Even like the Live Figaz album, that was never.
Digital will never be able to duplicate none of that.
Never.
Ever.
Never get that. You're right, you know. Mac Dre, like, I used to record the grill and Live. He had like a lot of Mac Dre stuff on like 2-inch reel. I was like, damn, that's crazy, man. Like a lot of Dre, you know, he recorded on 2-inch reel, you know, he come from the white tape era, you know, back in the days, you know what I mean? So,
right.
You know that when you see that, that's like a classic, man. It's like you say you can never get that sound. Just like vinyl, you know what I mean? You never get that sound ever again, you know what I mean?
Right, man, right. You been like you didn't mention some old school stuff, so you know, if anybody been around in this game 10, 15, 20 years, they know, you know, what you're talking about. So for these youngsters coming up right now, listening to this interview, this is gonna be a 2-part interview, by the way, anyways. I think it's a 2-part interview, but for the youngsters listening, man, this gonna be the second part, man. If you can give them some good game right now to help them out, and whether they're an engineer or an artist, what can you tell them coming from someone who done been there and done that?
I mean, I would just say, it's really in your heart, you know, if it's passion, you know, just keep pushing, even if you don't have a lot. So when you first start off, you ain't gonna have a whole bunch of fans. Everybody thinks you put out an album, go platinum overnight. That ain't happening. I mean, we got a lot of YouTube sensations and stuff. Just keep pushing. You know what I mean? You make your presence be felt. You know what I mean? Online. You know, make sure you still hit the streets. That's what everybody's not doing now. You don't see like the posters and the billboards no more. Like me, I still got a rap van. I got a rap vehicle. You know what I mean? So I still make sure I'm up.
Hey, man, not to cut you off. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You getting a check, ain't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, a lot of these cats ain't getting the check, but, you know, that's why I'm trying to give them some game so they can get there. So I'm not to cut you off, but keep going, you know?
No, yeah. So just make sure that you keep your presence still. You gotta make sure you hit all aspects, all parts. Make sure you know, the streets, the online, you know what I mean? And, you know, don't trip if your album is being bootleg or downloaded for free. That means you're doing something right. People want to hear your stuff. So I don't like trip like when the websites, you know, the pirates, they put your stuff up for free, you know what I mean? I don't trip off that because you got the people that's going to go to the store and buy it, the people that's going to download it, and the people that's going to get it for free. So it don't matter. As long as you're touching all three of them areas, you know, you make sure that you're doing something right. And just, you know what I mean, just keep pushing if it's really in your heart. It's your true passion. You know, keep going forward. You know what I mean? It may not be your what I want to say is your job. You know what I mean? You might work a 9 to 5. You still do music as a hobby, but still, if you're gonna do it, just make sure you know make sure you keep pushing and, reach out to other artists and, make sure that you stay relevant and you stay, up to date at what's going on too and, in the music game. A lot of people, they just listen to their music all day. Like I noticed that a lot of rappers, they just get in their car and be their music playing all day. Like, nah, you gotta make sure you listen to what's going on. I ain't saying listen to everything that's out there, you know what I mean? But make sure that you stay up to date. There's a lot of good music out there. Like, I listen to reggae and, you know what I mean? Like, Jack got me on a lot of, like, different, like, rock stuff, because Jack listening to everything. So I listen to everything, from reggae to rock to R&B to old school, you know what I mean? So just make sure that you, like, you try to stay, ahead of, you know what I mean, ahead of the game and just, you know what I mean, just make sure that you stay up to date, you know what I mean? A lot of people fall off because they don't listen to nothing but their music, they don't know what's going on. That's why a lot of these old school rappers, they don't know what's going on. They like, oh, World Star, no, I don't mess with that. Oh, Sigma. They don't know about the blogging and all that stuff. They still on. It's like, pull out my records, digging in the crates, you know what I mean? But you gotta stay up to date. You know what I mean? That's all it is, you know what I mean? Keep pushing. That's my thing.
I can dig it. Since you just said, you made me come up with another question. She was like, I'm still rap banding and stuff like that. You got distribution. There's a lot of cats. I mean, that's some distribution. It might not be major. A lot of cats still trying to find a way to, even with physicals, in this climate. But, you being an independent artist for so long and knowing how to wiggle through this independent rap scene, like, if you had an opportunity to be on a major, would it make more sense for you to go that way or for you to stay independent?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I probably would do it, once. I wouldn't do it as like a artist deal. I would try to more do it as a label deal, kind of like how Master P did it. We're like, no, if you sign me, you gotta sign my label, so I make sure it ain't just me as an artist you focus on. It's me, and I'm gonna bring a whole bunch of cats with me, and I ain't just worried about myself. I got a bunch of people that I'm with, got my back. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna bring with me. You know what I mean? Because like you said, the distribution, there's still distribution for physical, but it's not like it's starting to fade off a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like it's going towards the digital. So shout out to Empire. I've been with them for a while, and they've been like, they've been helping me out. I've been, it's so easy for me to just put out an album. I just go and that made it too easy to just go upload the album, set the date, the barcode, all that. You know what I mean? It's so easy for me now. But I still do physicals because there's still a market, you know what I mean, for people that actually go to the stores and they go to Rasputin's and Dimples and, like in Seven Heaven in Kansas City, and they actually buy the CD, you know what I mean? So you gotta make sure that a lot of artists, they don't even care about pressing them CDs no more. They just all about online, you know what I mean? But if you got that market, you actually can sell a few CDs. If you can sell a few thousand CDs, get that money, you know what I mean? For real, get that money.
Man, I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. Damn, I'm so glad you said that. See, I know the market is bad. We ain't investing everything you used to invest 10 years ago and pressing up some CDs and in your marketing plan, because digital has changed the landscape of a whole lot of stuff. But for you artists, you just heard it from Lee Majors, man. For you artists who has had a fan base dealing with physical CDs, don't abandon that plan just yet, man. There's still true collectors out there, man, and you still got a fan base. They want to be able to touch and feel some stuff, and that's just costing them an arm and leg for shipping. Then, it's
for real.
But you said you got Go Box 3, in preparation. Blood Cousins with Dru Down coming back. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to that. A lot of people had questions about that. Man, over 50 titles on iTunes right now. There's a few, rapbay.com. I'm pretty sure you can find some physicals. Lee May been around this thing, man. You know, shout out to you, bro, man, for real, man. I do like Lee, who been a fan of this underground music for a long. I appreciate a dude like you, an artist like you, man, still sticking to your gun and things like that.
True, man, because y'all been around for a while. Y'all been pushing since I was inside the industry. You know what I mean? Back for a while, y'all been. I remember the time you couldn't even get on Sickness. You used to be like, you know, y'all was like one of the first blogs that was actually doing it before all these websites even popped up. You know, Sickness been around. Y'all was like, y'all one of the creators of this shit. So I appreciate Yukmouth for sure. Because y'all been pushing for a while, man. For a while, you still at it. And that's the thing. Like I said. And y'all are a reason why I'm still pushing, because, like, you got to stay at it. If it's your passion, you got to keep pushing. And Sickness is one of the, you know, the people right there you can look at it and say, okay, they've been pushing for years. They still going, you know what I mean? So why should I give up? You know what I mean? They still going. They still pushing. You know, people still go to the website and check out stuff, because it's like news and music and, like you said, everything, you know what I mean? So shout out to Sickness for sure. Y'all been doing it for a while, man. I appreciate just having the opportunity to get on here and just speak my mind, you know what I mean?
Man, we appreciate that, man. The platform is always open to you and anybody, man. I try to emphasize that to everybody I talk to, you know what I'm saying? And everybody I don't talk to. The platform is open, man. If it's a story to tell and, you know, and the artist is doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? So definitely. You got any last words, man? You got any other projects that's cooking up?
Yeah, man. My Run D and MC album that I'm working on right now. That's gonna be my biggest solo to date that I'm like. I got like production, my tracks a million and Rob Lowe and like Jeffro, you know, big features from like Trader Truth and Yo Gotti and Daz and just everybody on there. Burner, Jack, Young, Huss. So it's called Run D and MC, you know what I mean? Because I've been doing it for a while. I want to pay homage to them because they were like one of the first groups, one of the first tapes that I bought back in the days, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, Run, they've been around. Rest in peace, Jam Master J. I wanted to say shout out to all my fans that, you know, they keep buying my music and, you know what I mean, they keep me pushing, you know what I mean? All my Twitter followers and everybody, shout out to the whole regime, Young Dru. You know, my brother around me, Amp, and everybody in Ohio and Kansas City, you know what I mean? Straight Lace, my family up there at AZ, Leo, you know, Stack Life, you know, all my family in the Bay, Boss Tone, everybody, man. Just, you know, if you rock with Lee, you know what I mean? Shout out to you, man. I appreciate it, especially to the Sickness, you know what I mean, for even having me on here. Rest in peace to Jack, to J.A., Shahid Akbar, inshallah, you know, Dominic New, you know, we miss you, man. You know, Mom almost had a loss for words just even saying rest in peace, Jack. And I never thought I would be saying that to all the people that I work with. But rest in peace to Jack. You know, I love you, bro. For sure.